Ball's heading for the seats down the right side as the count will move to 0-2 now. Chopped weakly to the left. Schmidt's got to get rid of it. Throw over by Schmidt is right there for out number 1. And now here's Atlanta Braves. What do they need to do to get a win on the road here today, Harold?
Well, man, I think the key is you got to get to this guy as a starting pitcher. He gets stronger, so I think the first inning is critical. Take away his fastball, jump on him quick, and take it to him, because if you get too late in the game, you'll lose this one.
This is swung on and lifted down the left field line, but it'll get back into the crowd as he jumps ahead of him now. 0-2. Again, he sends it out of play. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Tried to get him to go after one below the knees, but it's 1-2.
He just missed on that changeup. I like that pitch right there. He's got 2 strikes on him. Throw that changeup and see if he chases it. That time he laid off, but hey, good idea.
So he ran the fastball by him for the punch out. Nick Markakis goes down for out number 2 in the top half. Late decision to swing that time, and as a result, it's 0-2. Try to
1 ball, 2 strikes the count.
change of pace with 2 strikes there, but it misses 1-2.
Got him swinging as he runs the fastball by him to end the end.
2-3. On to the bottom of the first now with no score. Jaime Garcia gets the starting assignment for the Braves. Harold, any thoughts?
Well, Matt, he's got 5 pitches, and I mean, they're all good. He throws them for strikes. He dominates. He mixes speeds up. I asked him one day, what's your best pitch? And he told me all 5.
Settling in now, Cesar Hernandez. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Well, this is the recipe they want. Their pitcher comes out, throws a scoreless top of the first, and then you get a leadoff single to start the bottom of the inning. Good start.
Into the box, Chris Coghlan.
And he puts it on the ground to second.
And this will be out of reach for Phillips at second. It's a base hit.
Back-to-back hits, and now the inning is set up. They're trying to put the first run on the board, so you can bunt, move them up. Now you're second and third. You may draw the infield in, or if they sit back, get the easy ground ball, and you pick up the first run of the game. But it's all set up with those back-to-back singles, and now you can do whatever you want to do with the rest of the inning.
Here's Jason Hayward now. In the dirt here. Good job to corral this quickly as the runners hold on. None out, runners at first and second. And this one's in the dirt. The runners will hold, but meanwhile the count moves to 2-0. A throw behind the runner at second, and he's back in standing. Two-0 pitch on the way. This is pulled into right. But this is right at him in right field as he hardly has to move to take it in for the first out. And he will make it back to second and be content with holding on there. And with that, here's a glance at the starting lineup for the home squad. HR, how do they send their fan base home happy here today?
Well, the key here, Matt, is clearly execute. They got to catch the ball, and if you get an opportunity to hit and run, you got to do that on the offensive side.
This ball's down, and that could bring in a run. And they will hold that runner over at third as he'll move up only 90 feet, but the bases are loaded with one away. Into the box now, Mike Schmidt. Ripped down the first base line. But a foul ball here, 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Here's the 0-2. Little chopper back to the mound. And the throw will go to second as they get the force out. Cole Calhoun will stand in now. Looking to minimize the damage here. Got him to reach out of the zone for that one. Strike one.
Matt, this is how you want to start a game. First inning, you already jump on them early. You get one run in, and now you have two other runners on base. You come up with a big hit here, you can really make a big dent right here in this game in the first inning.
I had him reaching at thin air that time, and he's very quickly down 0-2.
So he goes back-to-back with the same pitch and got him to chase it both times. He's clearly not picking up that pitch very well.
So he was confident. And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. Now at the plate, Matt Kemp. He'll start things out with Matt Moore as we get the inning underway.
Matt Kemp.
Fouled back. Squared that one up just a little late.
Matt, he's thrown two pitches right down the middle and got away with them. I don't think he should go back there again, but he's got to locate a little bit better if he wants to put him away. This guy's too good a hitter.
And he's safe at first, so he's aboard on the drop third strike. Oh, but look here. The manager's up and out of the dugout, so it appears he might opt to challenge that last safe call at first.
Yeah, Matt, definitely a close play right there. And we're going to take another look at it right here. Boy, that's just so tough to tell for sure from that angle. So we'll see what the decision is from the dugout, whether they want to challenge or not.
Adonis Garcia digs in now. As he'll watch one miss down and in for a ball. 1-0. Moore delivering here on 1-0. That misses. 2-0.
On 2-0, you can bet he's looking for a fastball that he can turn on and drive. Might be thinking about picking on that big hole between first and second.
Outside. 3-0 now. Taking all the way, and it's 3-1 now. A runner at first with no outs here. Lined back over second. In there, a base hit.
Well, with 3 balls on the hitter, you knew he was coming with the fastball. The only question was the runner at first going to be running? He was not. Now we're first and second.
Here's Brandon Phillips. Yes, he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. A 1 pitch on its way. Down the third baseline. But this will be a foul ball as he's behind 0-2 now. And he gets him to lift one high in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Phillips backs up a bit and he takes charge for the first out.
All right, here's how the home side's lining up defensively, courtesy of Majestic. And in the outfield, you got Jason Hayward. He can play anywhere out there. Go get him. He's got a tremendous arm, and he's always around the baseball, it seems. It always finds him, and he makes the plays.
Batting 8.
Here's the first pitch to him. Kurt Suzuki is in with 2 away as he takes a ball. 1-0. He's ready. Here's the 1-0. And that pitch catches the inside corner. Runners on first and third, 2 away. Fastball not close, and he runs it to 2 balls and a strike.
Great chance right here as a hitter to be aggressive. You can pretty much count on a pitcher. He's trying to get back in the strike zone. And with 2 guys on base right here, it's time to grip it and rip it.
Well, that's a tough 2-seamer to hit right there. Usually that 2-seamer will start in on the hitter and tail away, but that one started at the middle of the plate and broke off. Uh-oh, look out now.
High in the air out towards shallow right. Hayward has a read on it. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and 2 men left on. On now to the bottom of the second. The Spartans on top, 1-0. And that'll bring up the Hall of Famer Dale Murphy. He'll lead things off here in this 1-run contest. First pitch coming. Here it is. And here's a slider that's nowhere close, and it's 1-0. swung on and hit in the air out toward left. Markakis has a read on it. Makes the play, 1 away.
All right, here's how the Braves line up defensively, brought to you by Majestic. And I'm looking at that dude BP. Yeah, the second baseman right there. He is really special. I love the nickname, but on top of that, Brandon Phillips is a showman. Hit a ball at him, and he'll flip it behind his back. He'll jump up and snag it. He does everything. Can't take your eyes off him.
The pitcher, Matt Moore, steps up to the plate in a sacrifice situation, so let's see if that is indeed on right here. From the stretch, here's the pitch. On the move is Phillips. Pitches a cold strike, the throw, and it skips in as he steals the bag easily. Here comes the 0-1. Misses the bunt attempt, and we'll see what's up now on 0-2.
Well, he sure didn't look good right there trying to put that bunt down. I'd be surprised if they give him the bunt sign again, but let's watch and see.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Can't connect with the bunt attempt, and that's a strikeout. And he makes the throw to first. Moore is retired, 2 down now.
Now batting.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Cesar Hernandez. He singled and scored in his first appearance in this one. First offering on its way. Swing and a liner. A diving try, but he can't haul it in. It's through for a base hit. And that'll plate their second run of the game as they take a 2-0 lead.
Oh, 2 out base hits. That's how you win championships. The teams that come up with the big clutch hits, they usually win.
Standing in now, Chris Coughlin, pulled toward right center field. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will. City's founder, William Penn, seen atop City Hall here in Philadelphia as we welcome you back to our MLB Network broadcast. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. A leap at the wall, but forget it, it's gone. A home run. A solo shot down the line in right, and the Braves have struck for a run. It's now a 2-1 game.
Well, when you groove the first pitch a strike, these hitters are going to make you pay. Something tells me I don't have to tell the guy on the mound that anymore. That hurts.
Second appearance here. He grounded out to start the ball game. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Inciarte now for second. And he'll pull into second here with nobody out.
Great recognition. He's looking for a ball up. The breaking ball hung, and he stayed with it. When they're up high, let it fly. When they start out low, you got to let it go.
Nick Markakis will stand in for the second time now as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. And there's ball one. So 1-1 now to Markakis. Down low, 2 balls and a strike. Hitters count now. Here's the 2-1. And there's one well above the zone for a ball.
Well, this has been a good job to work the count from 0-1 to 3-1, and now he's really in the driver's seat to see a heater that he can do something with.
And this is swung on and bounced to Phillips at second base. And he's retired here, 1 away. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Calhoun has a read on it. He makes the catch. Here comes the runner from third. In to score from third is the tying run. It's now a 2-2 ball game.
Right fielder, Matt Kemp.
Matt Kemp is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Drilled right back up the middle. Phillips is there. Throw in time, and the side is retired. So it's 2 runs here on 2 hits, with one of them being the home run. Digging in to try it again, Jason Hayward. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Jason Hayward.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. And therefore it is Markakis, and that's your first out.
The first Freddie Freeman.
Striding in once again, Freddie Freeman, a base hit in his first trip. Well hit by Freeman as this one's in the air to deep right field. Gone!
That's one of those pitches you wish you could take back as soon as it leaves your hand. But guess what? There are no delete or rewind buttons in baseball. That's a mistake, and it was a good job by his opponent to make him pay for it.
Kemp giving chase. 2 gone.
Now batting, left fielder.
Cole Calhoun will stand in now. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Ball 1. 2 out, nobody on. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field, but that'll be off the right field wall. On his way to second is Calhoun. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
Man, they already hit 1 home run, and I thought they had a second one right there. Not quite enough behind it, though, as it banged off the wall for a double. He's giving up a fair amount of solid contact right now.
And that'll bring up the Hall of Famer Dale Murphy as he rips it on the ground to second. And that is through into center field, a base hit. And he's going to score with ease as the throw will be too late.
Well, nothing flashy about this base hit. Just a simple ground ball up the middle. But the one thing I do like is the approach to go up the middle. There's a lot of hits in the middle of the diamond.
Here's Brandon Phillips. As he'll take a look at the pitch too low, it's ball 1. 1 for. Here's the 1-0 now to Phillips. Line towards center field. Inciarte is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. 3 innings complete. The Spartans lead this one 4-2. Adonis Garcia digs in now. He'll try to get it going here to begin the 4th.
13, Adonis Garcia.
And here's a fastball called for strike 1. The windup and the 0-1. And this is going to be a foul ball.
Well, he fouls off that fastball right there, and you wonder, does he love his fastball enough to come back with it 3 times in a row?
Thought he had the inside corner that time, but it missed for ball 1.
Boy, that's a great breaking ball right there. That's a tough pitch to lay off when that ball is coming in at that plane right there. Quality take.
A little bouncer. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
Well, he went for the big swing and ends up getting a swinging punt. You couldn't have rolled the ball any better. Starts off the inning. Here we go. We're off and flying. A leadoff single.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Brandon Phillips. He's 0 for 1 thus far. And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike 1.
Matt, I tell you what, I love how he's pitching right now. He has continued to pound that first pitch for strikes. When you do that, you set yourself up for great success. Well, he's out in front of that changeup. I tell you what, he had to honor the fastball. The fastball, the pitch before, back with the changeup, that's a great combination.
Now a swing and a weak little line drive over to first. He'll get it into second, and the throw will go to second as they get to force out.
Oh, man, I don't know how that happened. Looked to be a base hit to the outfield, but then all of a sudden the throw comes in and they get the force on the plate. To be honest, that just can't happen.
Pitch outside, the throw. He's in there easily as the throw bounces on the way down.
Hey, this catcher has an elite arm. But when you get that great of a jump at first base, it makes it a lot easier to steal second.
Oh, not fooled one bit by the changeup as he smokes this one to deep left field. That one will not be coming back. A home run.
Yeah, after this blast, the third home run of the game. You can see why this place is known as a launching pad. Balls leave this place in a hurry. So I would be surprised if we see more before this thing is over.
Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Now here's a shot out to right center field. Around first, he's digging for second. The relay, but he'll be in there with a double.
As a hitter, the only feeling better than hitting a bomb is driving one into the gap like that. He hustled out of the box knowing he was guaranteed a double, but I think he had thoughts of maybe a triple if the outfielder hadn't gotten it back in right away.
Yeah, there really wasn't any question about that one going for extra bases off the bat. Now a half swing, but it's strike 3 anyway. It says the home plate umpire, and that's out number 2.
Center fielder
Ender Inciarte is in for the third time now as he takes a called strike. It's 0-1. Chopped foul over towards the dugout.
Oh, that's one he's going to want back right there. A fastball right in your wheelhouse, and you foul it off.
And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. Schmidt is there to make the catch, and the side is retired. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run home run. Bottom of the 4th coming up. All even now. Ready for another chance? Matt Moore. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Matt Moore.
Line drive to center field. And the pitcher's got himself a base hit. So the 4th inning opens with a leadoff single.
The batter.
Digging in and looking for more, Cesar Hernandez. Couple of singles to his credit thus far. Here comes the first pitch. This one's flared toward left center. Inciarte moving in. He can't get to it. This one's down.
Back-to-back hits, and now they're in a position to break this inning open. You can bunt, you can hit run, you can do a lot of things now to take the lead and really put some pressure on the defense.
In now, Chris Coghlan, as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. The 1-0 delivery. And this is going to find the crowd down the left field line. It's a ball and a strike. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Dribbled to the right side. And he indeed takes only the out at first as the runners move to second and third with 1 away now.
All right, fielder number
Now some action in the Braves bullpen as they'll stand up a right-hander to get loose. Jason Hayward is in now as he watches a pitch for ball 1.
Now that was a good pitch to lay off. When it starts on the outside half of the plate, that slider right there, you know it's going to continue to run off the plate.
1-0 pitch on the way. And that's through into center field, base hit. And the runner from third crosses the plate. And they're not going to get him as he's in there to score.
Well, that 2 RBI base hit is some big runs right there. In the middle innings, those are critical because now, as you move forward, you get to the best part of your bullpen as you set it up to shut the game down. Maybe they'll add more runs, but if not, you're set up pretty good.
Hit back up the middle. The second for 1. On to Freeman, and they turn the double play to end the inning. Digging in once again, Nick Markakis. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame. Played on the backhand. Throw on to Freeman is low, but Freddie able to dig it out. A nice play there.
Now batting, the first baseman.
Outfield shaded toward right center. Here's the first pitch. Freddie Freeman stands in for the 3rd time now as he takes a look at a ball. It's 1-0. Good zip on that one as he just throws it by him for strike 1. And that's swung on and fouled straight back. 4 runs, 6 hits, and no errors so far for Atlanta. And another foul ball.
Oh, that was a good job of spoiling a good pitch right there. 2-strike breaking ball right on the corner, and he was able to foul it off.
Another one sent foul. Again, a 1-2. And he swings on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. He'll try again, 1-2. And he held up in time, but it's strike 3 called, and there are 2 down. So here's Matt Kemp now. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. And that misses, ball 1. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. That ball's headed for the gap in left center. He's got a base hit, possibly more. The throw into second. And he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a 2-base hit.
As we take a look at the replay here, you can see that it was a hanging changeup. Nice job of staying back on it, and he's able to tattoo it for a double. And you know, if that pitch would have supplied more velocity, it might have been out of here. He hit it right on the screws.
You know, he's really struggling, and tell you what, he's just getting hit around, but it hasn't been the first pitch struck.
And the throw is in time to get him to retire the side. Danger averted following the 2. Josh Colmenter is going to take over here in inning number 5, so it'll be a bullpen game from here on out.
Josh Colmenter.
Ready once again, Mike Schmidt. He'll start things out in the home half of inning number 5.
And so now the Braves will get both a left-hander and a right-hander up and throwing in the bullpen.
Grounded to third. Throw on to first, and one third baseman grounds out to the other, 1 away.
Left fielder.
So coming to the plate, Cole Calhoun. 1 for 2 with a double on his line thus far. Now a check swing, but it's strike 1 anyway, says the home plate umpire. The windup and the 0-1. Little tapper down the first baseline. That winds up foul. Now the pitch. As anticipated, here's a ground ball now to the right side. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
The catcher, number 3.
Now batting, Dale Murphy. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. High in the air out to center field. Inciarte's there. And the inning is over. We'll see. Into the windup and the pitch.
Second baseman.
And a good spot for that pitch is it's chopped foul. The 0-1 on its way. Pitch swung on and hit in the air toward the line and right. Around first, digging for 2. Oh, and he misses it. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out.
The batter.
And next will be Dansby Swanson digging in. He comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier. In there, 0-1. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count, 0-2.
He's in a tough spot right now, 0-2. This is one of those at-bats. You look back and you go, I got to get the man over. But now 0-2, you just got to try to make contact now.
That misses, and we're even at 2-2. 4 runs, 7 hits, and no errors so far for Atlanta. Got him.
Nice 2-seam fastball there. You don't usually see a lot of swings and misses with that pitch unless it's really moving. So that one must have had some real good late life.
Kurt Suzuki comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2. On the ground up the middle, Hernandez over to his left, and a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out. Tyler Flowers will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here. 92 splits the plate, and it's strike 1. The man on third with 2 down. Hit the other way out toward right field. Hayward has a read on it, and that retires the side. So no runs on no hits. 1 error in the inning, but a man left stranded. Mauricio Cabrera enters to do the pitching in the bottom of the 6th. Ready for another shot now. Brandon Phillips. He'll do battle with a new arm out there in their half of the 6th.
That's outside.
Started to go around there, but he holds up. Ball one.
It looked like he was trying to go the opposite way on that pitch. Good job of laying off that check swing, seeing it wasn't something he wanted to really drive the other way.
Out of play off to the right. It's 1-1.
Well, these hitters can expect to see a heavy dose of that big fastball from this reliever. It's a major part of his arsenal.
1-1. Here it comes. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. Here's the 1-2. And the changeup is way low that time.
Well, he jumped ahead right there with two fastballs, then threw the changeup, and he didn't bite. So let's see where he goes from here.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. Line toward the gap in left center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Well, there's another line drive single to start the inning here in the middle innings. I tell you what, they are swinging the bats today. They've had a great game plan. They've been aggressive. They've laid off of balls. They've hit strikes, everything you want, and they're executing to a T.
Runner goes for second. Sends that one out of play for strike one. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Pitch outside, the throw. And it's not in time. A stolen base for Phillips. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. And he misses the bunt attempt, so it's a ball and 2 strikes now. From the belt. Kicks and deals. And he's bunting with 2 strikes, but can't connect, so a real wasted at-bat there. Digging in and looking for more, Cesar Hernandez. He's working on a 3-hit ball game right now. Fastball too high to start him out here, 1-0.
That one missed, but if it's a strike, I don't know how you get the barrel of that pitch. You have to really be sitting on it to hit a fastball coming in that hard on the inside part of the plate.
Now a swing and a ground ball, but a foul ball, 1-1. 1 out and a runner on second base. Hits this one hard the other way. The throw will go to third, and they've got him hung up out there between second and third. And he is out on the tag. Ready once again, Chris Coghlan. He was a ground out victim last time up. First offering on its way. Line towards center field. And that's in there. Base hit. Oh, and he can't come up with it. And he'll scramble back to first safely.
The right fielder, number 22.
Here's Jason Hayward now, looking to make it 3 straight 2-out hits here. He's got a runner in scoring position at second. Now a look and a throw back to second. From the stretch. In the dirt, and now let's see. So now 2 men in scoring position. Working to keep them in the game here. This is on the ground over to first, and the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Here's Ender Inciarte. He'll lead it off here as we begin inning number 7. And this is drifting foul back into the stands. 0-1, here it comes. Hit out towards second. Phillips is up with it, and he'll turn and try the jump throw to first. And a heck of an effort that time, but the throw's too late, and that'll certainly be scored an infield single to lead off the inning. Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out.
Oh, he's going to want that pitch again. That ball's right down the middle in his wheelhouse. His eyes lit up. He just didn't let it travel deep enough where he can square it and keep it fair. Yeah, I think he missed that one, Matt. But you know what? That's going to happen. Umpires are part of the game. They're human. They're going to make mistakes. He missed it. Oh, well, get over it.
And he comes back with a fastball. 1-2 now. Now Moore with a 1-2. And here's a ball hit in the air. But this will land foul shy of the wall.
Well, when you're hitting with 2 strikes, you're just in battle mode. Right there, he gets a breaking ball. He just fouled it off. Got a piece of it and stays alive.
He throws him on the fastball there. Nick Markakis becomes the first out of the inning. Freddie Freeman comes on with one away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. Moore delivering here on 1-0. That's inside. 2-0.
Now with the 2-0 count and the power at the plate, it could be fireworks time. This is the kind of count he makes his money in.
And he'll just get a piece here as this is chopped foul at home plate. Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. Third foul ball in a row, and this is turning into a pretty good at-bat. Got him. And that's the 3rd time we've written a K next to his name in this one. Trying to pick things up where we left off. Matt Kemp. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. Next pitch will be number 100 for him now through 6 2/3.
Tell you what, 6 2/3. He got 100 pitches. He's done a nice job being really economical with his pitches.
Working for the punch out and the offering. Hit in the air to straightaway center. Coughlin is under it, and that's the 3rd out. We'll see Freddie Freeman. Ian Kroll gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th.
Ian Kroll.
Striding in once again, Freddie Freeman. He homered earlier and is 2 for 3 to this point. Swinging a soft liner. Phillips throws to first, and that's out number 1. Digging in once again, Mike Schmidt. 0 for 3 with an RBI in this one. First pitch of the at-bat. Hit hard up the middle. And that is through into center field for a 1-out single.
That's a strong hitter right there. Slider in on his hands, and he still is able to muscle it out far enough for a base hit.
Cole Calhoun will stand in now as he'll come up empty there as he misses the off-speed pitch for strike 1. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Very weakly on the ground. That winds up foul for the 2nd strike. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Grounder hit hard down the first baseline. Oh, and this is past him down the line. A fair ball. And they'll have runners at 2nd and 3rd following the 1-out double.
Yeah, I think he was sitting on the fastball, so he got the changeup. He was way out in front of it, but he kept his hands back long enough to keep it fair down the line. That's not always easy to do.
And there's ball 4 now, so the bases are loaded here on the intentional walk, and the force at the plate is in order. Here's Brandon Phillips. He's looking for hit number 3 here in this at-bat. Heading out towards shallow right. Kemp has it, and I'd be surprised if they send the runner. Now it's cut off. The throw to the plate is in time, and he's cut down at the plate as they... Adonis Garcia digs in now. He's 2 for 3 thus far.
Number 13.
Now here it comes.
Garcia.
Smoked on the ground up the middle. That's through, a base hit, and he's got his 3rd hit of the game. Leadoff hitters aboard. And that means the tying run will come forward here in the late innings. Ready for another chance? Brandon Phillips. And Dan, what's the plan of attack here for the guy on the mound?
Well, I think they have to go right after him. He's pretty unlikely to take you deep, but if you allow him to get on base, the chances of him scoring and tying this game become a lot greater.
In there, 1-2 now.
Yep, 1-2.
From the stretch. And this is going to find the crowd down the left field line. Count holds at 1-2. Now another 1-2. Inside and a hair low. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. From the belt, the pitch. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Here's one that misses inside, and the count's run full now. 3-2.
What we're seeing here is a really smart at bat. They got to be thinking the man on the mound is getting a little short on gas, so when you go up there and make him throw a bunch of pitches, you're more likely to get a good pitch to hit, or at least force him out of the game.
And he finally wears him down here as he strikes him out after a 9-pitch at bat. Dansby Swanson is next as he finds himself behind 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. Swing and a liner, but foul. Here it comes, 0-2. And he struck him out. The 10th victim set down on strikes thus far.
Now batting,
Kurt Suzuki stands in as he looks at ball 1 here. Now a swing and a hard hit grounder, but a foul ball. 1-1. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch.
Nope, that's a ball.
And that one stayed too low apparently. A runner on first with 2 away. And here's a ball hit in the air. Phillips ranging into the outfield, makes the catch, and that'll retire. Digging in to try it again, Matt Moore. He'll see what he can do leading off the home 8. Salvador Perez is going to grab a bat here as he looks to try to set the table in the bottom of the 8th as they look for some insurance. And here's a first pitch curveball that bounces on him there. It's ball 1. Now the pitch. And he holds up here, but the pitch is a called strike anyway. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Markakis has a read on it. Makes the play. 1 away.
now batting, the shortstop, Cesar Hernandez.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Cesar Hernandez. 4 hits for him in this one, all singles. Hit hard on the ground towards second. On to Freeman at first, and there are 2 away now.
The batter.
Now batting, Chris Coughlin. Couple of singles for him and 4 trips for him this afternoon. Here's the first pitch to him. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. And on to first. And that'll. Rio Ruiz is going to be asked to try and be the rally starter as he's up off the bench, ready to lead it off in the ninth. Addison Reed from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the ninth. Fouled back. Ready with the 0-1. Waved at and missed, and he's behind 0-2. And a swing and a miss. Good pitch there for the first out here in the ninth. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Ender Inciarte at the plate now as he looks at strike 1. Over towards the dugout, but this one will get into the stands.
Man, I like the last 2 pitches. Changeup and then a fastball. He's late with the swing on the fastball right there. You got him in between right now, and that's an advantage to the pitcher.
So the breaking ball locked him up there. Ender Inciarte. Goes down for the second out, and now they're down to their final try. And there's a swing and a miss for strike 2, and the Braves now are down to their final strike. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Well, we had 2 spring training division teams going at it in this one. Pretty much an even matchup on paper, but in the end, these guys come out on top and get a well-earned victory.
6-4 the outcome today. Jaime Garcia permitted 6 earned runs to come across in the losing effort. So that'll just...